All right, welcome to the photo studio. We're going to get the camera set up today, and I'm going to show you a little bit of still life shooting, and then we're going to take a look at some of these images. What I'm really concerned about demonstrating it a little bit today is a little bit how light works, a little bit how color works in our photos, and then also uh, how we bring ISO, apertures, and shutter speeds together, especially to achieve the depth of field we want. Behind me, you see I have set up a little still life, and consideration for the still life is, do I want all of the pieces within that still life to be in perfect focus? How do I adjust my aperture settings to be able to achieve that? But the first thing we'll do is pull out the camera, and I do have my Canon 30D here. Pardon me while I take my glasses off. And of course, on the bottom of the camera here is where I install my battery, and I'm going to open up this little container. I want to make sure that when I install my battery that I put the little contacts in the proper place. Each camera is going to be different. My battery installs very simply. The door closes. I also have a CF card with me, a compact flash card for this camera, and it's a 4 GB card. We've seen it before, and we want to make sure that this is installed properly within this camera also. So I'm going to install that camera, or install that CF card, close that off. Now I can turn my camera on and get it going. I can certainly now start to see my LCD screen light up, and I have a little light here that I can also turn on. And here's where I can adjust my ISO rating on my camera, and I'm going to press that button, and I have an ISO rating of 400 right now. We are shooting indoors. We are shooting with flash unit, which does provide a power. Also, the CCD, in this case, I have a menu in which I can choose the color temperature of it, and I'm going to choose 5500, and I know that that is a good setting for a flash unit. You can also white balance if you desire in situations. White balance can also be achieved through Camera Raw later on in the process. So I want to make sure I have enough battery power, and looking at where my battery power is, I'm going to now be able to set this camera up. One thing is that I do want to make sure that I have a clean CCD, and I can certainly clean that with the proper tools. I do have a little blower here, which always is helpful in blowing dust off the lens. This lens, and I like to protect my lenses with filters. This is an ultraviolet filter. Sky filters work well. That protects your lens in case you drop it, something, a rock shoots up from a car, whatever it might be. Protect that lens. And now I'm ready to go. I have on here, get a little focus, I have on here a tripod adapter, and I'm using a tripod that we see behind me, and it has a fluid head on it. It's actually a video head. There are special heads for photography, and I can show you one of those. So let me grab it here, give you an idea what that looks like. Here's a photography head, and it does have the ability to pull off a little adapter, and it's easy to remove, take in and out of the camera. But for today, I'm just going to use the video head. Once I have that on there properly, then I can go attach this to my tripod very simply. Fits into my tripod. I can lock it down, put it into place, and now I have a sturdy tripod in which my camera is set on. And we can start the photographic process. I have a flash unit behind me that you see. Let me get out of the way here. Very simple flash unit with a softbox attached to a really nice boom tripod. You can see my setup in the background, a couple boxes, bottles, and ceramic pieces. set up on a tabletop. I have two reflectors that I'm using on both sides to reflect a little bit of the light. This is a very simple lighting setup. Of course, very complex in terms of the equipment that you need. And I'm not really expecting you to have this kind of equipment or be able to use this equipment, but I'm using it as a demonstration purpose today. So uh, we'll get started on the next video and get our photo shot, and then we're going to set up our camera and show you how to download images onto your computer and start the process of management and manipulation. All right, we'll see you soon.